Hi, this is Michael Birnbaum. Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to take a look at the Develop module, and in particular, a very fun tool, the adjustment brush. Shortcut key is K. I felt that this would be a good picture to use for the adjustment brush. If this frog was to be kissed, then we really should whiten its teeth. So let's go ahead and do that. To use the adjustment brush, we click on this icon located over here. And inside of this adjustment panel, you have all of these sliders that can be controlled. And you can tell Lightroom where to put that information by using the adjustment brush. Let's assume we wanted to whiten his teeth. We go up to Effect instead of Custom. We're going to choose Teeth Whitening. You notice what it did, it moved the exposure up just a little bit, but it moved the saturation down to -60. And that was done automatically by that selection. So then what we do is we go into the picture, we click in an area that we want to whiten, and you'll notice a little dot appears there. And then we choose the Auto Mask. If it's turned off, turn it on, because we want to keep within that color band. I keep my flow at about 50%. And my feather at about 36%, and the size of the brushes is like a 1. So then you just start painting inside of the frog's teeth. And you don't have to be real exact because the mask will take care of it. And as we paint, you'll notice it's whitening. And I'm just going to paint along here until I get all the teeth. And you can do the same thing on humans. It doesn't just have to be frogs. Okay, if we wanted to look at our mask, we can see what was painted in red. If we want to increase our brush size, we push the open bracket to the right, and we can go back and do some more painting. Okay, and let's just examine it one more time. And we got pretty much all the teeth. Now, if we want to make them even more wider, we can come back here into the sliders, and we can take the highlight and crank it up. Now, anyone would be proud to kiss a frog with a set of white teeth like that. The next photo we're going to take a look at is this of Oakland Cemetery. And I love this picture, but I thought that the sky was not as colorful, the foreground and some of the monuments were not white enough. So let's go into our effect and choose exposure, because I want to do mostly lightning in here. We're going to choose a new brush, and let's start off with this building. So I click up in the top, I make sure I have Auto Mask on, and I start painting. Now, to better see where I'm painting, we might want to take the exposure and turn it up. Now, when I paint, you'll notice it starts lightening. And don't worry if it's too light. You can always take the exposure and turn it back down. I might want to make my brush a little bit bigger, turn to the open bracket, and start painting. And I'm going to paint through here, and paint up here. And let's just paint this building side here. Okay. And I can go back now and adjust my exposure. So if I don't want it that bright, or if I want it just that bright, I just leave it where I want it. Next, let's take a look at some of the trees. So I'm going to choose a new brush. I'm going to make sure my Auto Mask is on, and I'm going to paint some of the tree. And I'll use my slider to make it a little bit brighter. Another new brush. I'll paint this cluster in here. And I'll turn that exposure up. Very good. And then I like this monument here. I'll choose a new brush. I felt that that monument never got out of the shadow. And I'll turn my exposure up. And I'll go to this monument here. And I'll hit some of these on the ground. How about this one? And this one. And this row over here. A couple back in there. Okay. And I'll grab a new brush and I'll work on some of these trees here. Okay, and I'll turn the exposure up on those two. Excellent. If I wanted to go back, let's say, and look at what was painted there, I can click on that and go back and retouch any that I felt I didn't do a good job on. Okay, and then I can adjust, once again, I can adjust the exposure. Okay, now let's deal with the sky. For the sky, I want a really big brush, so I'm going to choose a new brush. I'm going to use my open bracket, turn it up. I'm going to take my temperature slider and turn it to about -58. And I'm going to start painting in the sky. I just love the way that deep, rich blue starts popping out. And of course, there may be some spots that I missed. So I just hover over the button and I see where it is. And there's some in here, there's some in here. And if I want to, I can saturate that even further. So let's take a look at our before and after. I'm going to push the backslash key. This is our after, this one here. Now this is our before. And we go back to our after. Makes a big difference, doesn't it? It makes this cemetery come alive. Okay, that's it. Hopefully you've got the adjustment brush down and we're done with the tools section. So we'll see you soon. Bye.